Hello, music people. You have arrived at the final video of this series on creating a lead sheet of an original song. Here we are putting some important finishing touches on the song. These are some things that I am suggesting that you do at the very end. Once you know that you are totally happy with the melody and the lyrics and the chords and the layout of the measures, if you've got an intro, if you've got repeats, first and second endings, you're happy with how it all looks. At the very end, these are some of the things that you will want to do. So here we are. At this point, I am totally happy with how this song is looking. I've got my intro, I've got repeats. I'm happy with the spacing of everything. It's fitting nicely on a page. I actually did, some work on this already. One thing that you'll want to do probably, after you've got all of the pitches and the arrangement and the chords and the words right, is to kind of go through and adjust some spacing. So here's an example, right? Like rolled out of bed, like this. These are really close together. So all you'd have to do is just click one of the notes and drag it, and it automatically starts to give some space. See that? Same here. That's you might think, oh, I don't want it so bunched together. In my head is pretty close too. I've got a song, yeah. Just kind of depending on how many letters are in the syllable, you might want to, spread them out. The word through is brutal. Through. There's a lot of letters in a single syllable of a pretty common word. So if you got the word through as one of your lyrics, you're going to want to adjust the note spacing for sure. Okay. So once you have totally finished doing that, I recommend that it is at this stage when you start to add some articulations, dynamics, any other kind of text labels that you want to do. If you want to do a tempo marking, if you want to label the verse and the chorus, now's the time to do it, because on some sheet music writing programs, depending on how they work and depending on how you've added those things, if you make adjustments later, oh, I need to add a measure here, or oh, I want to spread things out a little bit, and then a measure moves, to a different part of the page. Some of these really specific articulations and labels and stuff might not move with the measures that you're adjusting. So that's why I suggest wait until you are totally happy with how these basics are looking. The arrangement, number of measures, the chords, the melody, the words. You're happy with how it's all spaced out. Then you can start doing some more specific things that are important to do. They're necessary. One thing that's necessary are slurs. And slurs actually look similar to ties. We talked about ties earlier. Here's a tie. When you have sort of this curved line in between two notes that are the same pitch, that is called a tie, and that means that this note is being held for this note value and that note value. But a slur is something different. If you see a sort of a curved line between more than one note and they're different notes, they're different pitches, they're on different lines and spaces, then it's not a tie, then it's a slur. And slurs are used in a bunch of different ways for different instruments to talk about phrasing. So for singers and for wind instruments, sometimes slurs are used to kind of indicate when you want them to take a breath. All different things. My point isn't to go through this exhaustively, but I'm wanting to tell you what the most common use of a slur is on a lead sheet. And what a slur is used for most often is to indicate when you are using more than one note to sing one syllable. That's called a melisma, by the way. A melisma is when you use two or more notes to to sing a single syllable. So instead of singing bed, you might sing bed, right? I used bed. I actually used 4 different notes to sing one syllable. So if I was going to notate that, I would actually need to use a slur starting on the first pitch that I sing on the word bed, and joining it to the end, to the last pitch that I sing on the word bed. And so here's an example of that right here. So here's bed. I'm using more than one note to sing one syllable here. So what you'll want to do is you will want to highlight the area where you want the slur to go. So you'll click on the first note and you'll click on the last note, and it ends up getting highlighted like this with a box around it. You click on the slur, and there you've got a nice slur, and it's a little bit messy here because of these ties, but that's okay, because that is really actually proper to do. It's proper to put a slur across melismas, basically. Let's see. Do I have? Let's see if I have any other melismas here. Yeah, you know what? I do, and it's right here. And on the word that's, I'm singing, I'm writing a song that's chill. I'm not singing, I'm not doing, I'm writing a song that's chill. I made it a little bit more decorative than that, and did, I'm writing a song that's, right? 2 notes for one syllable. So let me just delete this, and then I'll show you, like, from the start how to do it. So you can just highlight these 2 notes and then click on slur, and it does a nice slur in between them like that. That's exactly what you want. And I did that earlier right here too. I've got a nice slur between those 2 notes. So again, this is a tie because it goes between 2 notes that are the same pitch. When it's 2 notes of the same pitch, it's a tie, means that you just hold that note. When there's a curved line like this between 2 pitches that are different, it's a slur, and it's indicating a melisma. I'm using more than one note to sing a single syllable. That is proper vocal writing. All right, proper writing for vocalists when they're reading. Okay, so there's that, and then there could be any number of other things. Look at here. You might say, yeah, I want the verse to be mezzo forte. MF stands for mezzo forte. That means kind of loud. And then maybe in the chorus you want it to be loud. So I'm starting the chorus here. You want it to be forte. Okay, so you look in your palette here for dynamics. I like to do it by selecting a note and then clicking. Now by default it puts it here, but I don't know. I don't really like it there on a lead sheet. I actually kind of prefer it to be up a bit, and like maybe more like over here. All right. But it's up to you. And actually you might actually prefer it to be down here. That might be even better. I don't really like the idea of it being in between. You might like that. You might decide to put it there. It's up to you. Yeah, I actually think that might be the best, because you don't want it to get in the way of chords either. So maybe you put that kind of on the same level as the lyrics. That might be a good idea. Alrighty, so you can do that, and then if you want crescendos, you can add those, and if you want certain notes accented or staccato, there's all kinds of different things that you can be adding. And as I say, I suggest now is the time to add that kind of stuff just at the very end, when you know that you're 100% satisfied with the spacing and the arrangement, the pitches, the chords, and the lyrics. And that is it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this video and this series. I hope that it has been helpful. Um, Happy to receive any feedback, by the way, in the comment section, and you might like to check out some other videos that I have on JLF Listen. So, thanks everybody. Keep rocking. Take care.